Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. Check, check. All right. Good evening, everyone. Let me see. Something is wrong with the chat. There we go. All right. So hopefully everyone's having a good day. I apologize. I wasn't around today. Today was a pretty crazy day at work, so not much I can do about that. But hopefully everyone's been having a good time, and I hope that people are really enjoying their time out here. Let me try to fix some of these here. I have to fix the chat window here. Let me get this fixed up here. There we go. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do today, we're going to take a look at the market, and we're going to see how we had an insane move today. Granted that anyone who is short really got ripped a new one, and that's understandable. And of course, with that much price action, we expect price to really consolidate and be quite choppy afterwards, as there are going to be definitely a bunch of people that want to go long and short. But that being said, let's take a look at the charts and showcase some of the things that we were looking at the time. So one thing for tomorrow is that we do see that we've got Wednesday core PPI and retail sales, a lot of stuff at 8:30 a.m. So I expect there to be some volatility then. We don't know exactly what direction, but looking at today's price, that can give us a clue. So let's go to the price action for today. Now, if you recall, and let me go up to the daily because that's the time frame we want to start at. So if we recall, we were always pointing to this area of liquidity first, but we also see that we're slowly creeping up towards this volume imbalance. Does that sound familiar? Does that seem familiar with what I pointed out during the time before? Well, we certainly were expecting things to go to the 15, 17, 19 side, but we were also anticipating that given this run and the strength of this run, we have people who are aiming for this short-term high and this daily sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. So this is something that we expected, and we for sure are within a market mini market structure shift to the upside for the time being. Now we haven't come full circle in that we haven't gotten to the point where we are saying, okay, well, market's full on bull, let's go. But we do see that price has been willing to move upwards. Where are the last remaining areas of liquidity? Well, there is this daily volume imbalance up here, right? There's this volume imbalance here with this daily volume imbalance as well. There's this short-term high right before this volume imbalance. And we anticipate price will continue in this direction until we see evidence otherwise. And so far, we have not seen very much evidence otherwise. In fact, if we take a look at this week, we see that we headed down first. We're heading upwards into this daily imbalance here. We've almost closed this off completely, but I think that we have some room to run up to that imbalance. So keep in mind on the red lines, you do see that there's a premium SIBI low and premium SIBI high. I can probably mark over here as well, right? Outside of that, we certainly have this short-term high, which is here, that we'll watch as well. Price can certainly come up to there. And I would say, let's see what price does once it gets there, because it could certainly continue to run, but keep in mind, it'll be approaching this premium sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency high here once it gets past there. So this is an area where price has traded to but not closed above yet. If we close above there, we'll have a low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then could see a higher high there as well. Um, so with this week, let's take a look down at a lower time frame. I'm hoping to be able to trade some tomorrow. I would like to, at least. So I want to see it head up into that volume imbalance, but what I would be most curious about is if we head back down into this area, or if price decides that, hey, this Monday was the low of the week and we want to see something jettison up again. It's very difficult for us to see that and say that, because I mean, look at this past week. We had this low of the week and it never got past that. It never ever got past that. So will this week be a repeat? Well, we know there's going to be a lot of people FOMOing in, because that was a pretty large move, right? About, let's see, 600 to 800, 900. So about a 300-point move, and most of it was within the first 800 at 830, right? So I think that we're gonna see a little bit further upside. I think that the hourly levels that are shown up here, you kind of see that there's a very small liquidity gap up here. So I would anticipate that we end up running for that. Not only is there one right there that's clearly visible, there's also one immediately beneath it right here. So there's two liquidity voids, one which has seen sell side delivery, and we need to see buy side next right here. So this would be the next target, followed by this liquidity void above the consequent encroachment of that volume imbalance. And then, of course, we have this volume imbalance up here, which happens to be a daily volume imbalance along with the hourly volume imbalance here. Once it takes this one, though, there's not much left here. So it will either continue upwards to take out this liquidity here, or it will reject. So really, truly depends on what the market wants to do. So, let's see. Testing to see if this works. Okay, good, it works. So great. Today's price action, there's nothing really much to talk about. We see the 8:30 a.m. movement here. We need to go down to 1 minute for that. So if you can kind of see, we've now actually headed to the top of that fair value gap on the daily. So today's price action, let's walk through it. So over in Asia, we noticed, and it'll be clear if I do this before we get there. So over in Asia, we noticed that we had kept on making higher lows, higher lows, higher high, higher lows, higher high, higher low, high, higher lows, higher high. And it squeaks up here, comes back down, creates two. Let me see if I can do this here. So it creates relative equal lows there. We have this low and this low, this low, this low, this low, this low. There's a lot of room there. And let's take a look and see what we actually referred to over here. Okay. So I have this going all the way back here, and it looks like it referred to kind of these lows here. So it would have been impossible for us to really garner, well, not impossible, but very difficult for us to garner this loss of 15,580, 70, 60, 50. That's a 30-point handle loss. So anyone who went long or short here, or had gone long too early, got stopped out right there. And how would you have known to go long here? Well, luck of the draw, but there might be some pattern behind it. I just haven't found it yet. So also, I just noticed that today the internet ran out and we could not record action today, so that kind of sucks. Lost out in a month's worth of, or not a month's, a day's worth of recording. I hope it doesn't happen again tomorrow, but I will be on. I think it was because OBS was trying to update their stuff. So let's take a look. So one big move at 1:30, or sorry, at 8:30. And what does price continue to do? It continues to take over the CB low. It bounces from there, right? So every time we see price return there, people are buying. So as you can see, after 2 o'clock, we kind of see price come up here, come up, consolidate, come up, consolidate, come up, consolidate. Okay. Oh man. Yeah, this was pretty rough here. I'm not gonna lie. It would have been really tough to pinpoint this bearish order block. Let's see if we had anything down here. We did. So what might have keyed us in? Let's try this out a different way. So it looks like that 70.5 level was perfect. You can't get better than that. Price ends up going pretty much straight to it. And once it does that, it sharply heads upwards. And the rest of this day was very difficult. And we see Asia high hovering right around that CB high. I think if we go out to the daily, I have a feeling that that volume imbalance is likely going to be reached before market tomorrow. So, yeah, this segment here is going to be reached. Whether or not we get a bullish order block in between would be another question, but for now, that's what we see. We think that we will continue to hit some of these upside targets. We certainly do see that volume imbalance above us, so that's what we'll be aiming for. And then, of course, if that fails, we'll hit the medium premium high. And I think that's all I really want to talk about today, because like as we approach a higher and higher premium, it becomes more difficult for me to buy. So I'm also going to be trying something different strategy is I'm going to be trying trade copying across all my accounts. So all 12 accounts using 1 micro and seeing if that can help save me some time, since if I'm going to enter something, it's for a reason anyways. So I want to make sure that I'm getting it across all the accounts. So we're going to test that out for the next, so-and-so period of time. And yeah, with good risk management, I should have no problem building that up. So I will keep you posted with what's new, what's coming. Again, I apologize for the internet cutting out today. I was out of office, so I couldn't come back here and reset it, which really sucks because I missed the last part of the day's price action. But I think that think that we're gonna head up before we head down. I mean, seems like, and the only thing that we would expect is a black swan event that would might drop the markets like crazy. But you know, you have to be trading with stops to be able to recognize them, and then of course trade with them. So, okay, all right, I think that's it for today. Um, look for more upside until we hit that volume imbalance, consequent encroachment, and then see if we treat the monthly premium SIBI low and high. See if we treat that gap as a little bit more in a little bit of a draw on liquidity. I think that's where price is going to go next. So I am tired, but always glad to be back here. And I hope to continue to improve over time and record price action at the same time. So I am going to get out of here. Good luck tomorrow morning. I'll see you bright and early. For those that are there, I'll see you bright and early. And I hope to be able to trade a majority of the session, hit some good moves, 1 micro each, and let's see how it goes. So with that, I bid you good evening. I hope you have an excellent Tuesday off, and we'll resume getting into market review the day before, and maybe hours before. We'll see. Okay. All right. Well, everybody have a great evening. We'll catch up with you soon. And hopefully you've left some room for this to take out to the downside. We'll see. It doesn't look like it's actually moving at all to me. So let's see. All right. Have a good night, everybody. See you later. Have a good one.